Ready, Rob? Hello, Ann Arbor. Hey, everybody. It's time to get started. It's high noon. It's high noon on a Wednesday, and you're all at the place, the coolest place in town, LA2M. Thank you for coming. And I'm just curious, all you people out there, how many of you have been to LA2M before? Okay, all right. So how many, is there anyone here for your very first LA2M? First time? Okay, good. We got a few. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are a friendly bunch. We are a friendly group. And we do meet every Wednesday. So LA2M is here every Wednesday. And can we close any conversations that are happening? Because it's hard to concentrate. But LA2M is here every Wednesday, except for Christmas is a Wednesday. We're not going to be here, and the day before Thanksgiving. But we are here every Wednesday. We have great speakers, and it's free to come. If you do want lunch, as you can see, some of you newcomers, there's menus on the table. That $10 goes to Counter on Meals. They do a great job with food and includes your drink and tip. And just so you know about LA2M, we are a 501c3 marketing nonprofit. So we became a nonprofit a few years ago. We've been going on now for, how many years? 5 years? 5 years? Since 2008. We've been doing this meeting, and people show up every week. Carter takes pictures, Roger records it, live streams it. We are a volunteer-driven organization. I tend to kick off the meetings. Stacy's our treasurer. So Stacy, the reason we have a treasurer is because we have expenses. You know, we have expenses. For a while we had Mary Lou doing all the work. Lately, we've been just doing all the work, again, volunteer basis. So by passing the hat, we pass the hat to cover our expenses. That money goes to cover our marketing expenses and it takes a decent amount of work to run a program every week for the entire year. So Stacy's going to pass the hat. If you can throw $5 in there, a couple bucks, that'd be helpful. We'd appreciate it. They'll just go around the room. Just to give you an idea of format of this meeting, our speakers, we usually talk for 30 minutes. There's often time for Q&A. And at 12:45, we do introductions. So everyone will get a chance to introduce themselves at 12:45. I also encourage you to follow us on Twitter at LA2M. You can tweet along using the hashtag LA2M for all you tweeters out there. We have a Facebook group. We have a LinkedIn page. I encourage you to interact with us there, join our groups, become a part of the community. You know, LA2M, on our email marketing list, we have around 2,000 people on our email list. There's some seats right up front, ladies, if you want. These are open. But we have around 2,000 people on our email marketing list. And one of the benefits of LA2M is you can sponsor the program. We have an amazing sponsor of the program, which I'm about to introduce. And this guy's awesome. But we do need sponsors for December and for January. So if you run a small company, if you're part of a company, you can sponsor LA2M for only $250, which I think is a great value. The email blast will have your logo and your picture on it, talk about your business, goes out to around 2,000 people in Southeast Michigan. And then you also get a chance to have the floor at LA2M and hand out really cool flyers like this. And it's actually really cool because Eastern Michigan University, you know, we have our speakers from Eastern Michigan and our sponsors from Eastern Michigan, right? It's like the stars have aligned. But there's a really cool search marketing workshop coming up, okay, for anyone that's really looking. How do I drive traffic to my business? How do I, I don't understand social media. How does it work with Google and search engine marketing? This conference is an incredible value, and I'm going to let this month's sponsor talk about that. What gives?
Well, I don't really have to pitch that hard after that intro. I'll just say this. We have 25 seats left, okay? We have sold 125 seats. The conference is in 4 weeks. We've had great attendance from LA2M in the past. I'm looking around. I see a number of people who I know are already registered to come to this conference on November 22nd, which is the Friday before Thanksgiving. We're going to have the VP of Marketing from Quicken Loans. He's going to talk about how Quicken integrates its digital and its traditional media. So we're going to talk about social media, their Twitter account. We're going to talk about their TV spots, and we're going to talk about their search marketing program where they spend $6 million a month on paid advertising. That's our lunch keynote. Before that, we are going to have a total of 12 speakers in our workshop sessions, all designed to give you practical tips on how to move forward in the digital marketing arena. How does it fit with your business? We're going to have businesses large and small. And get this, you're going to get breakfast and lunch that is going to cost you $25. And you're going to be at the #4 student center in the United States, the Eastern Michigan Student Center. So how can you pass that up? Wow. And I'll pass it to Derek and then to Ted.
Talk about value. Talk about value, huh? What a great learning opportunity right here in your hometown, or 5 minutes away, right down the road. So anyways, I got to buy a ticket. 25 seats left. I want to go. I haven't been before, so I'm going to go.
You got to come.
I know I should. All right. So anyways, yes, question.
What's for lunch?
We have a menu. It's a chicken dish, as I recall, but it's good. The food there at the student center is good. That may be why it's rated #4.
Awesome. #4 student center. All right. So without further ado, if you want to sponsor, come see me or Stacy, right? If you want to sponsor, and hopefully you do, because that'd be great. But anyways, without further ado, our speaker this week is from Eastern Michigan University, the university right down the street. And his name's Ted Coutilish. I've known Ted for years. He's a great guy. He's very involved in the community. I think he's really transformed the marketing in Eastern Michigan, and you can witness that on billboards around the state. And I imagine you're doing other media too, but I mostly see your billboards. But I love the True EMU campaign. I mean, I really resonate with that. And I think it's helping a lot of people choose Eastern as a great educational opportunity and a great value for students in Southeast Michigan and around. But without further ado, Ted Coutilish, Head of Marketing at Eastern Michigan University. Let's give a round of applause.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me back there? Yep. All right, great. Thank you. Derek, thank you so much. When I first started at Eastern Michigan University, we immediately put some radio ads on and TV ads and some online ads. And the president of the university remarked to me that he wasn't hearing those ads and what the problem was. And it goes back to what Derek just said. I'm glad Derek is not hearing our ads because they're not intended for you, Derek. I'm not recruiting you. I'm recruiting students at a different age group. So those are the target groups. So I know I'm doing it right if you're not hearing my ads, if I'm not hearing my ads. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming today. I really appreciate your involvement in this program. So what we're here to do today is talk to you about Eastern Michigan University and some of the successes we've had over the last 7 years in marketing this university. It is the state's fastest growing public university. And so we're going to show you some of the ways we got there. All right, so this is our agenda for today. It's going to be a quick one. We have marketing goals, strategies, tactics, creative results, and then some lessons learned in our marketing group, things that we think could help you as well. All right, so this is a little bit about Eastern Michigan University. We were founded in 1849, been around for 164 years. We have over 23,000 students, main campus in Ypsilanti, 7 satellite campuses. We are in 79 Michigan counties in all 50 states, 71 countries. It's a big university. We have over 200 programs in 5 colleges, an honors college as well that's growing by leaps and bounds. 21 Division I sports. We're in the MAC conference. We have the largest number of sports in the MAC conference. $9 million new science complex, and we've had renovations all over campus. When alumni come back, that's the first thing that they remark, that this is such a totally different campus. And those of you who are around the tables from Eastern Michigan today can attest that the university has really improved its physical appearance. All right, so our goals for marketing now, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the presentation, is really to increase the reputation, the image, the visibility, the awareness for Eastern Michigan University. We're here to specifically increase new student enrollment, applications, daily visits, getting people to apply online, getting people to come to Eastern Michigan University for our open houses. That's what we do in marketing. So we do the image, and we also do the new student recruitment and new student improvement marketing. Here's our strategies. A couple of years ago, we had 3 different campaigns at Eastern Michigan University, and none of them kind of related to each other. We had Spread Your Wings, which was a university marketing my office was using. We had This is EMU, which is our admissions office was using. And then United We Swoop, which our athletics department was using. I took over athletics marketing and immediately looked at all those 3 campaigns, realizing, hey guys, we're not really talking to each other and the messages are not integrated with each other. So what we did is we hired 3 different agencies to come up with 11 different campaigns. And in those campaigns, we tested them with students and parents and faculty and staff. What do you think? Which one do you like? Out of those 11, there was one that won in a landslide. It wasn't even close. And that was the campaign called True EMU, or I Am True EMU. So it did very, very well. So we promoted it at our admissions open houses and really started to differentiate Eastern Michigan University from our competition, which is one of our main goals. And then Eastern Michigan University developed about 6 years ago our tagline of Education First. And what that means is that we are promoting the fact that Eastern was really formed as a normal college, which means a teacher's college. We started out teaching teachers, and we still have that as a main focus today. We're much more than a teacher's college. We are much bigger, much broader, but that's our core, that we educate the educators, and that we really do and handle and teach very, very well in the classroom, and that's what we're focused in on. So, some of the things that we've done, this is if you have a notepad out and you want to jot some things down that have worked very, very well for us. The first one is a Facebook contest. Does everyone know what March Madness is, by show of hands? March Madness? Okay, most of you know what March Madness is. It's a basketball tournament competing colleges, 64 teams in the tournament competing against each other. So our social media company, and their representative is here today, Christy Adams. Christy, can you wave to the front? All right, that's Christy. And she came up with a brilliant idea. Why don't we do a March Madness for Eastern Michigan University? So we had things like the tower, water tower, going against the Honors College, and our media relations director going against another entity. And so we had all these things in a 64 entity contest. I think there were people, there were non-people in these things. The Honors College ended up winning. But what this did is it really increased engagement with our target audiences, because they would vote. And it was every day that they were voting on a different tournament selection. And they got into it, they made comments. Of course, our Honors College mounted a huge march at the end, and they ended up winning. Tweeting on digital boards, we were one of the first universities and organizations in the country to actually tweet on billboards during home football games. So you would be driving past a big digital billboard on a freeway, and you would see a tweet. Now, these aren't just anybody's tweets. We can't allow that to happen because of obviously things that could go on, right? So we actually had people selected, and we know that we could trust, to tweet during the games. And these tweets actually went on every time our ad came up in a rotation. So that was a bit innovative. We also did countdown to football games. So every time our ad came up on a digital billboard, you would see a countdown, 3 days, 23 minutes, 19 seconds. And that was one of the first in the country to do that. Hashtag, if you notice our advertising, we're using hashtags now. So we're not using Eastern Michigan University on a lot of our advertising. We're not using even True EMU. We're using hashtag True EMU. We want to really focus in on students, and we're students. They're not on Facebook, folks. Guess what? They're on Twitter. And so we really want to zone in and change and tweak and develop and evolve our marketing to what students are doing today. So hashtag is where it's at. We have 4 campus digital boards on main campus. So these are external, big, giant TV screens that are out there, and we have messages that rotate on those digital boards. These are not your father's digital boards. These are not red scrolling text. Every one of these messages is carefully designed and tracked. And so we follow the industry standards of no more than 6 boards in a rotation, no more than 8 seconds in a message. So that's been very successful for us. We knew this right from the beginning. Our campus life, for example, has Friday night movies. And they would average about 25 to 30 people every Friday night. The first time we promoted their movie nights on our campus digital board, the first night after, they had 125. So we know that people were watching these digital boards. There's a partnership that we have at exit 18394. Here's the digital board, the billboard, you can see it at the bottom. Real interesting process. We didn't own the land, we didn't own the permit, but we negotiated with the city of Ypsilanti a 20-year lease with the city and Adams Outdoor, and so everyone wins. The city gets money from Adams, we get a free rotation in that billboard for 20 years, and we share that with the Convention and Visitors Bureau. They need to promote things during the summer, we need to promote things in the fall and winter, so it works out perfect. They promote and they have it from May through August, and we have it the rest of the year. So this partnership worked out great for everyone involved. So this is one thing that we've done, and this is just kind of the basics. This is not innovative at all. But when we got to Eastern Michigan University 7 years ago, there wasn't a lot of signage on campus. So here's the digital board that I was telling you about. We have 4 of these. In the upper left corner, we have over 400 light post banners. Most of them are stagnant, but they do inform people of what is in the parking lot or what the building is. We do have other light post banners that we rotate. We have 100 light post banners that we rotate on a regular basis. Right now we're focusing in on our alumni True campaign, our successful graduates campaign. So that campaign's been very successful for us. On the right, you'll see a whole new wayfinding system for Eastern. It was hard for visitors to come on campus a while back without the wayfinding system, directional signs, campus maps, and then in the middle here, campus building identification signs. We updated and upgraded that. All right, so from a marketing standpoint, we still do traditional marketing. We do far less of traditional marketing than we used to. But we, as Derek mentioned, casino billboards. We also do radio and TV as well, and we do have spots that are airing today. We also do a lot of non-traditional online advertising. We are very targeted in our online advertising. Have you ever gotten to an ad on the internet and then it starts following you around? It's kind of creepy, right? You see it in different places. That's called retargeting. We do that. A lot of advertisers do that. So if you're wondering why this ad's popping up in different places, it's because you probably clicked on it at one time or been assigned that ad at some point. So it follows you on the internet, and that's part of the process. Social media, as I mentioned before, with Hunch Free, we do 24/7, 365. We're constantly updating, upgrading, monitoring, answering questions, posting, engaging audiences. Most of you know about search engine optimization. Obviously, Bud is here, and he's a huge expert in that area. And so that is a big opportunity for us, and we also have Hunch Free manage that process for us. Videos are huge. So the current generation of students coming up, the kindergarten through 6th grade, they would rather watch a video than search on Google to get their information. The generation just after them, the ones that are in high school now, middle school and in college, they're more going toward videos. They want to view it rather than search it. So if you understand that and you really can process that, you really need to adjust your marketing to that group. So what we've done is we've created a lot of videos, and we're going to show a couple of them here today that are targeted to those groups. Boards, there's our digital boards that we talked about earlier. We also have a free app. If you want it, it's available. Go to your app store. It's available on Apple and Android. And I encourage you to, if you want to tool around and see what's going on at Eastern and the things that we're doing, it's available to you. Signage, which we talked about, and then lots and lots of grassroots marketing. How we determine grassroots marketing is taking our messages to people where they live, work, play, and die. And so it's actually coming to them, whether it's festivals or open houses or whatever it is that you're doing, but coming to them and coming out to the community. So we're very big on grassroots marketing. And then, of course, we have a major sponsorship in Comerica Park. We are disappointed that the Tigers didn't make the World Series. Of course, we would love to have our sign in right field, be seen all across the world. But we are very, very pleased with our sponsorship. We've got great recognition from people and alumni from all over the country and world who remarked that they saw this sign, and we're very pleased with the sponsorship. It's a 3-year sponsorship, so we're going to be there another 2 years. All right, so this is last year's campaign, True EMU. We focused on Faculty All-Stars. On the upper left is a print ad that we did. On the bottom is a billboard, and on the right were light post banners. So what we did is we focused in on our all-star faculty. Now you say, Bud Gibson's here. Was Bud part of that? Was he an all-star? Yes. Bud is an all-star in every way possible. Bud was part of our Faculty All-Star campaign.
With the most embarrassing power statement ever, I might add. But
We don't have to talk about that. All right. So that's why we didn't put it up here. But Bud was definitely a part of it. This is our current campaign. You may be seeing some of these messages. So in the upper left, the top left here is a poster board that's gone up across southeastern Michigan. Underneath that, Judge Mathis. Who watches Judge Mathis? Oh, come on, you two. Admit it. Okay, one person's honest here. We all watch Judge Mathis. Well, actually, we're all working, but you might see it on YouTube. But Judge Ray Mathis is an alumnus, and then at the bottom is an online ad for prospective students. On the right, Dan Florence, Law and Order. Any Law and Order fans? All right, good. Dan is featured not only on our light post banners, but Dan is featured on our billboards as well. All right, so let's go to some videos. You guys don't want to hear me talk so much. All right, so here's the first video. You want to blow it up, big? Yep. Do we have sound here?
You plug in.
I don't know, disconnected.
Okay. Well, we hold on video. You want to bring it back, and we'll take a quick break here and see if we can get sound.
Is there sound on the computer?
Not mine.
So I'm going to talk about the videos that we're going to do. This first video is our TV commercial. It was developed by a company called Sussman Sykes. And Sussman created this video called True EMU to really target prospective students. And that was our main goal. We have 2 commercials that are running right now. This is one of their 2 commercials. All right, I'm starting to hear sound.
University. I am true. I am
All right,
true.
I
am true.
I am True EMU.
All right. Thank you.
I play for Eastern Michigan University.
I play for Eastern Michigan University. I do play-by-play. I'm in a play.
And I create the games you play. I'm not just in the classroom.
I'm on the road.
I'm in the spotlight. I'm on the air. I'm behind the camera.
And I'm in front of the camera. As a freshman, a sophomore, a freshman.
Why wait for your future? Live it today at Eastern Michigan University. I am true. I am true. I am true.
I am True EMU.
And I am True EMU. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. Again, those commercials are certainly targeted to prospective students and been very well received. This is a video to promote our Explore Eastern undergraduate open house. So the purpose of that video was to react to students who are telling us they didn't know what happens at an open house in missions. So we created a video specifically to address that concern. The next one is self-explanatory.
Ted, are you in this video?
Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
This video was a little bit different than the other millions of videos that you saw with Gangnam Style. So what we saw happening out there is a dance would break out, and then that would be the video. It would just be one shot of people dancing. And Christy came up with the idea of why don't we film it at different places around campus to showcase all the different aspects of Eastern Michigan University. So you saw cheer, dance, marching band, labs, academics and classrooms. So that's what we wanted to do. So we just didn't want to have a fun video, but we want to have a fun video that showcases really what is the best of Eastern Michigan University. All right, so the next one is, this is a different video. So this concept came up by a student, and we saw it, and we hired her to do... thanks. So she had an unusual style of creating videos. So we thought this was so unusual that we decided to hire her, and every week, Wednesday at 11 o'clock, yes, Steve? Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we post a new video. And what she does is she scribbles out her thoughts and shares them on a different topic matter of interest to students, current and prospective. So we thought it was so interesting that we are doing it all semester and evaluating it. Go ahead.
My name's Carrie. When I'm not going to class, making videos, or giving tours, I'm in my room with my door open, metaphorically and literally. I'm an RA, a resident advisor. I reside on a floor of 56 other people, all between the ages of 17 to 19. But I do more than just occupy a room to make sure everyone else gets out safely during a fire drill. I live there. I lead there. I live where I lead, and I lead where I live. On moving day, the parents have a twinkle in their eye. Some more than others, but it's there. It says, I hope I've done a good job. Please don't screw up. And there's lots of ways things can go wrong, but there's also lots of ways that things can go right. And that's where I come in. What's truly rewarding for me is when a resident tells me that they did well on their first college exam, when they joined the student organization, that they're homesick and things aren't too good, and that eventually, with some time, I can help make Eastern their second home. I like to think of my position not as a replacement parent, but the friend that's a good influence. My name's Carrie. My value goes beyond construction paper and bulletin boards. As an RA, I do my best to help fellow eagles soar to their highest potential.
Students talking to students, nothing more powerful than that in terms of marketing. All right, I think we have one more. All right, another fun one. Step up.
This is not
We got a commercial here. All right,
many videos.
Skip it in 2 seconds. All right. So they actually had different categories of Harlem Shake videos. They had one for women's basketball. We were in top 10 in the country for women's basketball Harlem Shake videos. So interesting, a mix of videos that we do to engage our audiences, some fun, some more straightforward. But it's important to create that content and get that content out there so people can engage with it. All right, so what does all this mean, all these things that we're doing? What impact did it have on Eastern Michigan University? Let's talk about that. So we had a 43% increase in freshmen over the past 3 years. Not 4.3%, not 0.43%, 43% increase in freshmen over 3 years. Now, if everyone else is going up 43%, that doesn't seem like it's a big deal. The fact is, the majority of universities are going down or stagnant in freshmen. We're going up. Not only are we going up, but way double-digit up. So this past fall, we had a record, another record, 2,872 freshmen enrolled. So we can expand our class and really get a lot of students in there and make records all the time by taking from the sort of the bottom and adding students from 2.0 or lower in grade point average, and we can get those numbers. The fact that we didn't do that, we did the opposite. Not only did our numbers go way up, but they went way up with better students and better qualified students. Our GPA is up. Our ACT scores are up. So we're getting better qualified students. Our honors college is bursting at the seams. We've doubled in a couple years. So we've done really, really well in applications and new student enrollment and getting better qualified students. So, you know, it's one thing to have numbers, but you really, in marketing, you have to look beyond the numbers. We can fill those seats. We can fill those halls with students. We want to fill them with the best fit students, with the higher achieving students. We're doing that. All right. So how do we get there? Well, a lot of ways, but here's just a couple. Explorer students, our undergraduate open house, we've had enormous increases in attendance at our Explorer student and our graduate open house. And so we keep expanding them. We went from 2 now to 3 Explorer students. This year we went from 2 graduate open houses to 3 graduate open houses. So we're doing really well in attracting students to Eastern Michigan University through that advertising campaign that you saw earlier. All right, next. We've done and participate in other people's surveys of what's going on out there in the market. And when we look at what's going on in the market, there are lots of numbers I can bring here, and you'll be all sleepy and teary-eyed. And I'm not doing that here. Instead of doing that, I thought I'd just share with you this quote from the company that does the survey. So, EMU's ratings rose for nearly all individual attributes, and the university improved its position versus the competitive average. EMU also gained ground versus competitors in consideration, application, and conversion rate. So the people who do this survey called us and said, are you getting more applications? Because that's what we're seeing in our survey. We can see that Eastern Michigan University is taking off compared to your competitors. And so instead of showing you a bunch of numbers that show that, I just wanted to share with this quote and say we're seeing it across the board. And not only through our own numbers, but other numbers from people that do surveys. All right, so the lessons learned here from our marketing team and things that I've really honed in on. Start with proper marketing research. There's no substitute than doing your homework. Marketing, as we were talking about earlier with Mike here, is not promotion. Promotion and marketing are not the same thing. Promotion is part of marketing, but they're not the same. Marketing is really the analysis of your costs, your customers, everything. And you really have to start with your survey and your focus groups. You're really getting to know your customers, your competition, and all of that. There's just no substitute for doing all that hard work. You really need to let the marketing plan write itself. You kind of got to let it channel. And what I mean by that is take all that research and let it write your marketing plan. The research will guide you all the way through. For example, if you're doing focus groups and everyone says you should do X in those focus groups, put that in the plan, do X. One of the things that came out of our focus groups, and Bud can attest to this, is fixing up the College of Business. The actual building was a deterrent for coming to the College of Business. And we're doing that. We're making huge improvements. And
it's gotten a lot better.
and it's going to continue to get better. And that was outlined in our focus groups. Now, what does that have to do with marketing? Well, it has everything to do with marketing. It's not billboards, it's not light post banners, it's not advertising, but what it is stopping the process. And so you have to figure all that out. And we had focus group after focus group after focus group said the same thing, fix the building. So we're doing that. So that's the thing that's important. So not only does the focus groups and surveys help you as a marketing person, as a marketing team, but it also helps your organization identify those challenges within your group. There's lots and lots of ways to invest your money. I get hit every day, probably many of you do too, with requests from salespeople. Mike, no offense. We get hit all the time with people who ask us to spend our money. And this is the absolute solution. If you use our product, if you use our service, you will have increased enrollment, guaranteed. Well, not really, because you may not know my product and service. You don't maybe know students as well as I do. So I think it's important for you to really stick to your plan, adjust it along the way with things that make sense, but not just invest in every little thing and every opportunity that comes by, because you can spend a lot of advertising. For the last 7 years, I have not invested really much in newspaper advertising. Why is that? Students aren't reading the newspaper. Their parents are. Some of you might be reading the newspapers. I like reading newspapers, but that's okay. I'm not targeting me. I'm targeting students. Where are they? Twitter, internet, online, right. So that's where marketing is. Stay true, be flexible, tweak your plan along the way, constantly assess what you're doing. When we do our advertising campaigns, for example, for Explore Eastwood, we're constantly adjusting the campaign based on who's registering. If we see that the registrations for the open house are low, we add more weight to the advertising. We're constantly evaluating and communicating with our folks on changing campaigns, but we don't change them just to change. Do you ever hear of boardroom burnout? Do you know what that is? Okay, so boardroom burnout is when the people in your organization get sick of your tagline, your advertising, but the people outside haven't seen them as much as the people inside. So you may have seen your advertising, you may have seen your tagline a lot, but the people out there haven't. And so you're going to get boardroom burnout before the actual audiences do. So stick with your little bit of stick to it. Stick to it. All right, this is a huge one. This is what I tell all marketers. Fish where the fish are. Isn't it really simple when you're going fishing, right? You don't want to fish in places where there's no fish. This is so simple. Where are the students? Okay, so if the students are not listening to radio stations that Derek listens to, I don't want to be there. I'm not going to be there. So Derek, what stations do you listen to?
NPR 955.
Okay, 955 you listen to, but not NPR. So you really have to know your market and what are the attributes of your market. What do they listen to? What do they watch? You have to know all those things. You have to be intimate with them. Best argument wins. We have creative discussions, I can say it that way, in our office, and those are good. You don't always want to agree on everything. To have the best quality product, you're going to have disagreements. So whoever comes up with the best argument in our creative discussions wins that argument. It's all about the team. We really don't do anything ourselves. It's about the team, and that's one of the best things about working at Eastern Michigan University is that we have a great team, and we have lots of ideas from all the team members, and they all contribute. And it's just so wonderful to have that support, not only from our team, but from up top. When I started at Eastern Michigan University, we had a budget that is 1/4 of the budget I have today. And the reason it's 1/4 of the budget that I have today is because people believed in what I was saying about increasing enrollment. If we increase marketing budget, we'd increase enrollment. Guess what's happened? Look at the results. Increased marketing as well as a bunch of other things that happen at the university in terms of improvements in commissions, and lots of other improvements in programs, facility improvements, all work together, but we're seeing record new student enrollment. Customers are why you're in business. For us, it's students. Always remember that. It's customers, it's students. This is who you're here for. Good. 5 minutes? All right, I'm wrapping up. This is, I think, my last slide. Never stop learning. So it's important to learn as much as you can. There's so much information out there. learning. Things are changing rapidly in marketing. What we're doing yesterday is not going to be what we're doing tomorrow. Literally, not what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We change all the time what we're doing based on the needs of our customers, or in this case, students. And the last one, this is just, you learn this in kindergarten. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. There's nothing more frustrating to your team, to your colleagues, to your customers, to your clients, than saying that you're going to do something and not doing it, not following up on it. So save them the aggravation, save yourself the aggravation of having them nudge you. It's very important to always do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. With that, I'll take some questions.
You've got a question, I got a microphone.
Yep. So, like the Army recruitment that took place about 4 or 5 years ago, when they were really catering to the parents of the potential enlisted people, or whatever the term is, have you guys? I mean, your social media is going right to the user of your product, but is there any attention being drawn to ultimately the parents that are contributing to the user financially or support, whatever? And do you see that as a viable or important aspect?
Absolutely. The question is are parents important in your social media mix, but also your marketing mix, if I can broaden that question?
Yeah.
And absolutely, there's a spillover effect. So when we're online, social media-wise, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, there's always that spillover. Parents are going to see those messages. And so it's very important for us to know that the parents are looking at it. Same with radio. The kids in the car, right, are turning into 95.5 or 89X, and the parents are listening to it. So when they hear our ads, you've got to make sure that those ads are friendly to parents too. We believe they are, and we certainly tailor our messages for prospective students, but also with parents in mind. So it's very important, like you.
Question.
I just have a quick comment. I took my daughter to one of the basketball games where all the elementary schools go, and the building was electrifying. And my daughter went home with a poster, and she got on a dance floor, and it was just awesome. So she came home thinking that was like the best university ever. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And I thought highly of that day. I paid to go to the Stanley Cup, and I'd rather go to that elementary school thing.
I'm so glad you said that. We play at the Convocation Center, and what you're referring to is Education Day. We bring in schools into our facility. And it is like the Palace. It is very clean. Looks like it was built just yesterday. It's a very great place to watch. You're almost right on the court. So we get a lot of compliments like that. Thank you very much.
I'm an alumni and a local resident. I was just curious on what you guys are doing for local collaboration with municipalities. I mean, the billboard I didn't know that was a collaboration. That's brilliant. But like we heard the news, or at least most of us did last weekend, and stuff that went down last week. I'm just wondering what you're doing with local municipalities to maybe stir up more interest in the area, because they're not going to come to school if they're going to stay in the area, at least for 4 years.
We recently did a community audit, and we found we had hundreds of community partnerships all across the university. So the university is very much involved in not only the local Ypsilanti area, but broader as well. My particular office, we're involved in the Ypsilanti Area Convention and Business Bureau, the Chamber. We're involved in the all kinds of other groups. I don't want to list them all, but we are definitely involved in those groups. We help put on the festivals. We're sponsors of the festivals. And when I talked about grassroots marketing, that was some of the areas that we're partners with. So there's going to be a marketing effort here locally with Ypsilanti, led by the Convention and Business Bureau at Eastern University Marketing. We're going to get some people together, and that's going to take place soon. So lots of partnerships going on, and we're very much involved in the community and very interested in moving forward with helping the community grow and prosper as well.
I have a comment, and we're almost out of time, but the video with the RA drawing, so is that actually her talking, drawing, and producing the video?
Yes, it takes her 5 hours to complete, and she does it in her residence hall room. She does it over her door. She's got a camera mounted, I think with like duct tape or something. Pretty rudimentary. And then she just draws, and then she and it's a great medium because it's real simple, but then you can hear her thoughts. And not all of her thoughts are, Eastern's great, Eastern's wonderful. It's what she's thinking at the time. And so we think that honesty and that organic effort is really important, because if students don't trust it, they think it's an ad, then they're going to recognize it as such and they won't respond as well.
So she wrote that as well?
She writes all of them, she produces them, she videotapes them, she does it all. I think there's a question back there.
What'd you pay her?
There's no question, but that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I mean, that student's very talented. I mean, I can see that video really relating to incoming freshmen.
So if you want to look it up, it's called Carrie's Consciousness with 2 Ks, Carrie Consciousness. It's on YouTube. Today's will be at 11 o'clock. Christy?
It's up.
It's up. Okay, so we're already
It's up
set.
today, yes.
All right.
So it's new?
The newest one is every Wednesday, so today's one
Yeah.
up.
So she put it up, and I think the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. So let's all retweet and repost those Carrie's Consciousness videos.
And I'm going to stick around up here if you want to ask me any questions. I want to thank my trusted assistant, Julie Ostrowski here. And I want to thank the EMU folks for coming. I want to thank all of you for coming. And to the alumnus, thank you for being true EMU. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Awesome talk. Incredibly, incredible. I mean, I'm pretty blown away. I think other universities have a lot to learn from, I think, what Eastern Michigan University has done with their marketing. A wonderful, wonderful story. So yes, let's all share those Carrie's Consciousness videos or whatever. I think those deserve some views. But so now it's time for introductions. So you all get to introduce yourself. So I'd ask that you stand up and tell us who you are and tell us what you do, and then we'll pass the mic and we'll go all the way around the room in the next 15 minutes. And we're going to start up here with our first timer, Mimi. Please stand up. And here she is.
Hi, I'm Mimi. I'm actually an assistant for Amy Grambo, who is in charge of Orange Egg advertising and marketing. Kind of here as her substitute.
That's good.
I'm Ben Gibson. I created the search marketing program at Eastern Michigan University. I'm glad to see some alums here, of whom Christine Adams, who I know your boss bought 2 tickets, so hopefully we'll see you at the search marketing workshop.
Hi, I'm Sonia Lee. I'm a student at EMU, and for me, EMU is a really great school because it gave me a lot of opportunities to get involved in student organizations and something like that. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Mendel. I'm here on behalf of Move Communications. We move your brand forward through storytelling.
I'm Kevin Packard from the Foresight Group. Offset printing, digital printing, display and signage, and promotional products. Thanks for the presentation, Ted.
My name's Tom Botney with Global Exhibit Specialist, and I'm recruiting for 5 jobs real quick. Anyone that has a CDL can dress like Santa Claus and available for November and December. Call me.
Hi everybody, I'm Stacy from Bella Verde, local digital print shop, and I am on the board of the Power of the Purse. Everybody knows what that is. We help get money to help move women forward, do great things with that. And I am on the committee. I don't know how I always get fundraising stuff, but I'm on the one to get purses. So if anybody, you're going to hear a lot from me in the next weeks, if anybody knows anybody that has a store that sells purses or makes purses, come tell me so that I can contact them to ask them for a donation for our big fundraiser in February. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daniel with Total Talent Development. I do HR for small and medium-sized businesses.
Hi, I'm Christine Adams. I work for Hunch Free, which is a digital marketing company out of Mount Clemens, but I work remote in this area since Eastern's one of my biggest clients and I'm from here. And I just have to say I'm proud as an alumni as well to see things like this and to get the word about EMU. I run all the social media channels, so getting the word out and really spreading what's going on and all the great things happening is something that I'm passionate, so it works well as having them as my client.
I'm Caitlin Desta. I'm a graduate of Michigan State. I'm an intern at Ingenix right now, looking for full-time work in the coming months.
Hi, I'm Tori Buback. I'm actually in the midst of an exciting life change at this moment. I'm in the early stages of starting out my own Arbonne business and also pursuing a sales and marketing position, a debut sales and marketing position.
That's right, everybody's around. I'm Dave Murray, the big guy at Good Stuff Studios, Real Bold Branding. We're looking for entrepreneurs. We want small business people because they're the ones that need the branding help and can benefit the most. You want branding before you can get the marketing going on. So hey, if you want to learn a little bit about it, come talk to me. Have fun.
I'm Jordan Beecham with Dexter Builders. We do everything from small handyman work, designing, and building entire houses, specialize in additions all around. So if anyone's interested, has any questions or anything like that, we got a lot of knowledgeable people that can help you out, give you some advice.
Hi, I'm Mark Coley with CTS Companies. We're a voice and data company that is sort of selling style business phone systems. Hi, I'm Zlato Fagundes. I work for a creative ad agency based in New York City. I work here at Working Tile on Main Street. I mainly do online media sales for ad network using rich media banners.
Hi everybody, you met most of you before. My name is Ashley. I'm the content manager at Ingenix Digital, and we do things in digital spheres.
Hi, my name is Jackie Sioma. I work for Cam Corporation out of Pinckney, and we're document imaging specialists, and we do a lot of print management as well.
Hello there, I'm Hillary with Eastern Michigan University as well, but I work in the Media Relations office, so it's great to see many alum here. And congratulations, Ted, on your presentation.
Hi, Liz Cesat Creative Resources. I'm a writer, work with graphic designers, do work for universities, healthcare systems, connect people with their audiences through the words and visuals.
Hi, Greg Melvin. I work at Trumo Cardiovascular. We manufacture surgical equipment for open heart surgery.
Tom Crawford. I run a mobile app development business called Movable Bytes. It's probably the most relevant thing to talk about while we're at Connors. The most recent app for Android and iOS is Happy Hour. So if now or later on this afternoon you're looking for a happy hour, you can download the app. It's free. There are 55 happy hours within walking distance at 5 o'clock today. So if you're looking for options, they're up.
Hi, I'm Lisa Rabbit. I'm a marketing analyst and manager, and I help companies improve their products and their branding and sales, and I'm looking for an opportunity to help you.
Good afternoon. My name is David Lieber. I'm with the Ann Arbor Region Hotel and Suites on the east side of Ann Arbor. A newly renovated, beautiful hotel and conference center. If you haven't been over to check us out, please do. If you have any room needs, conference space needs, let me know. I'm your guy. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Rick Rise. I'm a color management, SEO, and e-commerce evangelist, and I'm currently launching an online printing site called hideoutcolorprint.com.
I'm Roger Rail. I'm a venture catalyst, and I do videos for this group and a bunch of others. And I got to say, having been a U of M graduate back in the day, the only thing we knew about Ipsy was from the song, I can't remember the title, but there's a line in it that says, "Hooray for the Ipsy girls."
Back to Ypsilanti.
Huh?
Back to Ypsilanti is the name of the song.
Back to Ypsilanti? Well, we are the Bomb Army. Anyway, so marketing's come quite a long way since then. But I really want to get in touch with, what's her name, Carrie? No, yeah, because, we have this video interest group, and I think she would make a good keynote speaker one of these times.
It's K-E-R-R-I, by the way.
K-E-R-R?
Yeah.
Anyway. You go.
Here, Mike.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Mike Brace. I run a company called Embrace Marketing and Sales. As was pointed out, I'm a salesperson. I concentrate on working with companies to help them with video, print, and community-based marketing. Been doing it for about 3.5 years, looking for new clients to take on. I encourage people to embrace their community as a place to do business because so many small businesses forget that there's opportunities right around the corner. Mike Brace, Embrace Marketing.
I'm Laura Kirchner with Enrollment Digital Marketing, and I head up client accounts, and great presentation, and really great to see digital marketing making a difference for you, so that's good. Congratulations.
And Carter Sherline, Frog Print Studios. I'm a commercial editorial and portrait photographer, and the images issue is installed on the group's Facebook page.
Thank you, Carter, and thanks for everyone for your speedy introductions. It's 12:55. So you will have time to come talk to our speaker and ask questions. Another shout out to our sponsor, the Search Marketing Conference. If anybody's really interested in sponsoring for December or January, again, it's $250. It's a great value and it helps this organization hold our meetings. So we would appreciate that. Come up and talk to us afterwards. And next week we have another great speaker because we just have a lot of great speakers. So one thing, I'd like you all to bring a friend next week if you could. I feel like our attendance hasn't been as high, and I'm not sure why. But I appreciate those of you who show up. I really do. Try and bring a friend next week. Let's see if we can fill the room. And because this stuff is too good to miss. Ted's talk today, I think it's too good to miss. I'm sure, who's had big game, right? Did you learn something? It was really good. And we learned something, so it's worth it to come out, so bring a friend. And that'd be wonderful. I'd appreciate that. Let me know if you bring a friend. I'll thank you personally. But next week we have Megan McCann. I don't know if she's an EMU alum, but she runs a company called Search Ad Marketing, and she's wonderful. And she's going to be talking. I think her topic is: does your website rule or drool? Which is a very mature topic, so it's bound to be a good program. But yeah. So, anyways, let's give our speaker one last round of applause. Thanks so much. You guys go out, help others, go make some money, and we'll see you all next week, and you can come meet our speaker.